this.
Yep.
Well, second.
Yep. There we go. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Sorry this is not Monday, like we said we were going to do it, but Tuesday. A lot of stuff came up that we'll tell you all about here shortly. We were just taking care of a few things, so hope everybody's doing good tonight. Beautiful day here today. It was just only in the, I think, 70s today. It's gorgeous. So I got a lot of painting done, as you can probably see. I don't know, can you see? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, you can probably see the side here. I got all the windows in on the side now. So I've got the I did go ahead and put the inserts in the top ones. And I'll show you how those go in. I'll just put one up here so when I get the camera, I can show you, maybe. There'd be a stinker.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's all right. I'll just stick it like that for right now.
Oh.
So anyway, so we've been working on this pretty heavily. The windows all went in really well.
Appreciate Lady says hi.
Hi. Didn't get a whole lot of glue outside, which was good, considering how many actual windows there were that had to be glued into place. And the final dull coat has to go on anyway, which will hide all of the glue. So that's not that big a deal. Where's the door? Huh, I wonder where the front door is.
Is it mixed in with the stuff down there? Or?
I don't know, maybe, but thought we had it. Well, anyway, I'll look for it. So anyway, I got only had
Great Northern says hi.
Hey, I only had one of the front sides done. So today I got the front finished up and the other three sides. So we're good to go, and we actually have started the printing on the new station. I'll show you the panels for that here in a minute. It's gonna be a gorgeous looking station, I'll tell you that much. These two are going to be really cool sitting opposite each other. I'm looking forward to really seeing how that's going to come together as we get all the details made and everything. So,
Great Northern asks, are you going to the train show in Milwaukee this weekend? Wish I could make it.
yeah, I think we are. I think we're going on Friday to the train show. They have both Friday and Saturday. So Friday maybe we can get a little less crowd being there, just being a work day. So I'm hoping we'll do that. So that's that. We're looking forward to that. Get a bunch of new videos. See if there's anything there on sale, stuff like that. So should be good. Should be good. We'll see. I've never been to this one before, and it's the national convention. So just happened that it was close this year. So we're going to take advantage of it since it's close. I guess starting today they were doing home layout tours.
Great Northern says, I bet you find some great stuff.
Probably.
Oh, and Isaac says, quick question.
Yes.
If Bachmann hasn't changed tooling in years with the Berkshires, would it be a good idea to buy one from a train show? Older models despite gear or driver wobble problems, for example?
Well, at train shows, they always have test tracks. So you can always find out. I mean, if the thing's like performs really terribly, and they usually give you like a 6-foot section of track. So you run it back and forth pretty good. You can get up to speed. You can do low running on it. So, and the people that sell there have no problems. I've never had an issue when I wanted to go test an engine. So just ask them you want to test it, and they may walk over with you or something. I don't know, but generally it's right there by the door. So just go test them. Every train show I've ever been to has had a test track. So you should be able to find out if it's gonna operate the way you want it to. So that's what I would do, is just go give it a test.
Isaac says, if Bachmann still makes parts for the newer ones, and if they fit, would it be worth it?
If they fit the old engines, I guess, yeah, I would say if you have to. Like I said, if you test it and everything's fine, then you probably don't need to do anything other than your standard services, which is the oil and the lube and everything on the inside, the grease. So 9 times out of 10, that's what really takes care of almost all fixes, or maybe a loose wire. So.
Great Northern says, got bit at my last train show, a couple of engines that didn't work when I got them home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I generally, even if it looks like it's brand new, I'll generally even go test it. So that's it's always a good thing to do. A lot of people don't realize they have test tracks there, that the show that does it puts them that puts it on has them there. So I always recommend doing that kind of a thing. So
See, he says done with used engines. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get that.
Yeah, but yeah, I would even test new ones from a train show too that look brand new. I'd still do it. You know, unless you have to break the seal to get into it, if there's some kind of a seal, and the seller doesn't want you to. But you know, for N scale like Kato's, there's no seal to it. You just pop it off and you're ready to go. Atlas and all that's the same way. So I would still do testing uh, and just save yourself that grief from it. So. And if you remember who it is next year when you go back to the show, you know, you might just say, hey, I got these home and they didn't run, and see what they're willing to do about it. I've had that actually happen before, and they usually make good on it, because sometimes they don't know. I mean, when they get literally hundreds of engines and cars in to bring to shows, you know, in trade-ins or buy special things, they don't test everything either. They just assume what they were told is accurate, and you know, I don't think anybody is out there really trying to, you know, mess it up or just rip people off, but you never know. So
Oh, Great Northern says got a bad vibe off the guy. Should have trusted my gut.
yeah, that's part of it too. That's part of it too. All right, so we have a little bit of news for you all. I'll go ahead and start off with that. We got contacted this past weekend. I'm not going to tell you by who. It's a done deal. We'll just surprise you guys with it towards the end of the week. We got contacted on Sunday by a model manufacturer to test out paint for them. They've seen our stuff and want me to test their paint, do reviews on their paint, things like that. And so she told me to go pick out whatever I wanted on the website. So I picked out a 45 paint package and had it 45. Is that right?
Yeah, 45.
45. Okay, 45 paint package that had all the colors that I need in it. So we are going to do, and she said, just be brutally honest about it in the review, and if there was anything that I thought might help, because she knew my art background. With the paints, you know, as far as opacities and things like that, to let them know. It's acrylic paint, which you guys know I love to work with. Everything I do, 90% of everything I do is acrylic, as far as my special stuff goes. So what I've decided to do is I've got a car sitting, I think, right over there. It's an HO car. It's all weathered up and everything. I think the biggest things that I do with the acrylics that really test out paints is when I do graffiti. So I'm going to do a full side graffiti on one of the cars. I'm going to do that probably this weekend, and I'm really going to put the paints to a test and see how they do. Acrylics are fairly easy to work with. It's all going to depend upon like how good the paint is itself. And she just wants me to do an honest opinion about it. And I'm not being paid for this. I'm just getting the product. So I'm going to do a review on it. And it seems like that if this kind of goes well, we might get a working thing going here where they send me things to review. So I'll get new items for the layout in exchange for doing reviews. This company's been around for almost 100 years. They've been around for 98 years. My dad used a lot of their stuff back in the 50s and 60s because I remember him having a bunch of stuff from them for his layout. So it's not just paint, it's a bunch of other stuff. So we'll see how it goes. We'll have signs up and things like that if it seems to be a good partnership. It looks like Friday the package is due in here. We've already got the tracking numbers and everything generated from the warehouse. So we should be doing the reviews. I should be doing the review. What I'm thinking about maybe doing is doing a video and then doing a live stream on it. And what you guys will get, which is actually kind of nice, is you'll get a discount code that has our name on it. You'll see the name and everything, how it's done. You'll get a discount code that's 10% off anything on their website except for, what was it, closeouts?
Closeouts, pre-orders, and super buys.
Okay.
Things on sale. And
But they like
you have to be it has to be your first order as well.
Okay.
You have to be a new buyer.
Okay. So the so like the stuff that's on sale on there though, as long as it's not a closeout, they could take another 10% off then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because they've already I looked.
I do believe so at least.
Okay.
I may just contact her, ask her some more details on that.
Right.
Just
Right.
to make sure that see if it does include sales or not.
Right. Okay. And then if things kind of go along like that, it seems to do pretty good, then we'll work with them and see if we can't get it to where maybe it'd be like a standard 10%, because I know that's how some work, to where if you guys buy, after your first purchase with them, if the stuff's good. They're just kind of venturing into this new stuff of the paint, it seems like, so they just wanted to get a good, honest opinion about how their product is. So we will do that. And then we will let you all know either through the live streams, doing live streams, or in the video that I'm going to do when I shoot the one for that car. But like I use the acrylics to do everything, the weathering wise and stuff. I mean, there's all of the dry brushing, all of the stuff for the grout line things. That's this, all of the little highlights. And this is all acrylic on here.
Big Boy Rail says, "Hi, buddy. How you doing?"
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah. We're just talking about a new sponsor for the channel. And then I'm going to show, I keep forgetting to do that part right there. I keep forgetting to put that black on there. I'm going to have to make sure I don't forget to do that before I start dull coating. So hopefully this will be like the first of a bunch of different sponsors. I don't really care about the money part of it.
No.
I would just like to have the product, yes.
Big Boy says, "I'm sick, not feeling too good. So last night.
no,
Sorry
no.
to hear."
Yeah, I know a lot of people have had colds this summer, so hope you get to feeling better. If it gets really bad, you might go in and have it, if you can, go in and have it, take a look at it, because I know some people have had to go on antibiotics this summer for stuff, so. But anyway, so I'm going to show you how the station came out looking, a good close-up of it. All that's left now basically is the roof and window glazings, and I looked inside. And installing the window glazings looks pretty straightforward, and it's going to be fairly easy to do. I might be able to actually do it in sheets across. And I think that, well, yes.
Matt Hopcroft says hi.
Hey, Matt. So I'll show you here, then we'll run some trains, and I'll show you what I've got over here as far as that goes, and I'll show you the new station. The parts of the new station.
Crochet Lady says, "Wow, what luck. Did they tell how they chose you?"
That we didn't. We were going to ask her on the next email. When we get ready to fire off, because we got to ask about the sign, because I thought I'd have them send us a sign, something that we can put up on the wall. And when we did that, I'd ask them about, because I post stuff about our videos everywhere. I mean, it goes onto Facebook. Gabe puts it on
Instagram.
There's lots of places we put our name out there, so I just thought I'd find out where they found us from. So when we find out, it's kind of nice, because then we know we target there a little bit more with posting our videos that we do and stuff like that. So we're getting there. I've actually put feelers out to other manufacturers, a few here and there. I haven't heard back yet, but that's not surprising considering how big they are and things. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not this company. You'll know this company as soon as I tell you when we get the package in. I mean, it's a very large company. So we'll just see. So let me show you the front of the station here, how it came out and all that, and I'll show you what's left to go on it, and then we'll. I don't know what's powered up on the power packs, but we'll let that run for a little bit, and we'll do some chatting. All right, so my glasses on so I can see what you're seeing, so I make sure I show you guys. Oh, well, thank you, big boy. That's great. Thank you. Okay, So now you can see, because last time we showed this, we didn't even have all the windows in on this side. It was just like most of them were here.
He says that looks really amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
So now we've got all of these in. We got the big ones, the huge Celestial ones, and the little dormers are all done. I know I've got that door somewhere. So you can see how these insert. This actually gets pushed back in quite a ways. This actually goes flush with it, and then just a little bit sticks out. So we've got a bunch of those. Those are all right here.
Great Northern says that looks fantastic.
Thank you. So you can see we've got those all lined up and ready to go. So you can see the side here, how it looks on the sides. Back's not much different. The only thing on the backs is there's a lot of the half circle windows on the back. I just don't want to pick it up right now and spin it around. But when we get this kind of thing moved over here and out of the way, then I'll be able to show you the back side of this a little bit easier. And by then we'll have all these dormers in too. So we've got all of these are painted. They're right there ready to go now. And these are the corner ones that go up here like that. So that one actually sets a little bit easier, a little bit better because the opening's a little bit better. I've just got to cut these openings open just a little bit. You can kind of see how that's going to go now. So that's how these will all look. Plus these have the the ones we have down there that are painted have a little finial too. So it's going to look pretty sharp. So I've got to paint the black here. I keep forgetting to do that. I got to do my second coat of black wash on this, and then the rest of the dry brushing like this down here to get it done. I don't know, you can probably see there's a few little spots when I was gluing where the paint got a little wet and melted a little bit and came out when I was doing it. So I'll just come in with a really fine brush and the base coat that I have here, the Red Spice, and I'll just touch all of that stuff up. There's just a few here and there. There's not a lot. It actually went together and those openings are big enough. So it's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so let's show you the new station parts. We haven't got it yet, but I'll show you the new station parts. We had to futz around with this quite a bit because it was too small, way too small to begin with. So here is the main front panel and back panel. We have one goes on the front, one goes on the back for a pass through. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's a little rough, but it's not too bad. So that is the front panel to it. So I'll give you a size comparison to the first station. So you can see how this goes. This is going to go up about 5 inches in height, which will be about right about here. So that should be a nice balance to it. Hang on a second, I had volume on my tablet that I was watching. Don't need to have that on. So this comes out. Well, it comes out, and I think it sits on the wall or insets into the wall. I don't know which. I'll have to look at his instructions. Gabe's instructions on this, but this sits like this to have your recess, and then on top of this sits the side panels that go like this. Oh, maybe these are the sides. Are these the sides or these the side panels?
Those are just the sides, the corner columns. I still have yet to print the actual sides.
Okay, so this will
go to the left and right of the middle window.
Okay, and we don't have any windows on these at all? It's just flat?
No, it was just solid.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It was just funky.
Okay. We're going to have to probably reprint these then and put some. I want to add windows. Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't look right. I want some nice square windows to go on this. So we'll need to reprint these and drop some windows in. Okay. Well, that's good. The first time I've really looked at it, and anyway, so give you an idea of the length of this.
Yeah, just so you got things out.
Yeah.
Much film at all.
Right.
So.
You could probably just take those windows.
Oh, from the entrance there?
The wings.
Oh, yeah.
You could just take the wing windows and drop them in down low like that.
Yeah.
So let's see, so that's probably how it is. So what we'll do is we'll do a set of windows here and a set of windows there. Fortunately, that's not much filament, so it's not like we really wasted anything here, and those are not a waste there. Those we'll still use. So, and then this will go on the back side down here just like that underneath. and it recesses the same, with those same kind of recesses and everything right there. It'll look really good. That it has the side panels here, and then there's two little wings on each side that stick out. So the thing will actually be probably about this long to that long. Where's my tape measure? I can never find that tape measure. I'm always looking for my tape measure. I don't know. We didn't take, oh, there it is. Okay, so let me, hang on a second here, guys. Let me get this open and we'll see what this is gonna be. So this is kind of approximately it. The wings don't, like I said, the wings don't stick out very far. So I want to say probably about 18 inches is about what it's going to be. So you can see it's going to be much wider than this one is, which is fine. And let's cut that down some too.
The size or
the sides. These ones that you're going to put the windows in.
Yeah, they are a bit wide.
They're a bit wide. Let's cut a quarter of that off.
Okay.
And then drop the windows in.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
Because it's just those sides are just really big, and they're not supposed to be. I mean, we just need it a little bit better. So, well, anyway, by the time we come back later this week, we will have. I'll probably have the basic structure of this built. It should be done. We are going to put some more panes in here, window panes in this area, and probably some sunburst effects up here. We'll see how that goes. All right, I just got that top looks kind of cool the way it is, though. I don't know. I may just leave that.
Like it?
Yeah, we might just like put maybe like just a couple across, just to maybe match the dormer on the dormer window on the doors.
Yeah.
That might actually look pretty sharp. So maybe that's what we'll do.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, so that one's coming along. So we'll narrow it down. It'll probably be about maybe in comparison, this will probably be about like from about here to about right here. And it'll be about that tall. So that'll be a nice balance because the sides are very small, the wings that go on here. So really the overall size of this will be about the size of the main part of the building here. So I think that'll look pretty good. So I do like those windows. It's going to be pretty sharp. Oh, and there's a top piece that goes onto this too. That there's some trim up here. Then this is very, very similar to that thing that Walthers made. Then it's got the top up here that would put the name on it. So we'll have that. Now that's going to go right over here. And I'll have to find a new place to put this because it's going to come all the way out to the edge and it's going to cover all three tracks. So I'll just put a hook here like that, hook right there, try to just hook this on and not have it in the way. So, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
Forever Forgiven says that looks awesome.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you, and good to see you.
Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do. So I'm gonna, like I said, then you can see that right there. So we're getting there. The stations are getting there. And then we showed you guys on the last live stream with the station that's going to go here. It's actually going to be a bump out right here. We talked about there's going to be a little bump out right here. And the station is going to be actually in front of the tracks instead of being above on the second level. And this station is going to be really long. And it's a nice looking station. We showed you those. We showed you the one photo of it last time. So it'll be pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna take the paper towels off that keep all the dust off of everything.
Gonna run some?
Yeah, I'm gonna change out and put the CPKC
Yes.
on the head because you said you wanted another video of that.
Yeah.
So we'll just go ahead and have it swapped out for that.
Yeah.
For a little later.
Mm-hmm.
So let me find the CPKC. There it is. So again, starting next week, we'll have a little sign up here in the place that with the new sponsor, and the videos showing the paint that we'll start working with them. I was really happy when I found out it was acrylic and that it wasn't thinner based. Let's see here.
Forever Forgiven asks, you guys got a sponsor?
Yes, we did. It's just a material sponsor for right now. They're just sending us product for the layout to use and then to do a review on. So, oh shoot, that's the one I wanted to keep on there. No, we'll just back this one up. So that will, we're not gonna announce it until it all comes in. We've already got the shipping information for the stuff that's coming.
This is congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just wanna find out how they found out about us. That way maybe we'll just start making sure we get videos in to that area, that streaming, wherever that streaming was. Cause we put, well, not streaming, but we put, videos up all the time on places like Facebook and Instagram and things like that. So we'll find out where they may have found us from and get a little more focused in on that for see if we can pick up a few more.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, man. There we go. We're just gonna put the CPKC on here. Get something new. And then we'll run some stuff.
Trevor says, with all this new technology, nothing is as detailed and dedicated anymore as to what you and your son are doing. It's going to draw a ton of attention eventually.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. It can be a real challenge at times.
Yeah.
We have lots of challenges when it comes to printing.
And that's largely due to me.
No, it's not. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Well, I did.
But we're
getting there.
We're definitely getting there. We're definitely getting there. When we start working on this lower level, and I start working on the mountains and the rivers and everything down here, and the plains and the country industries and stuff, we'll just have everything, wherever we want to run stuff, we'll have the right scenery for it. Whatever we decide we feel like doing for that day.
Yep.
We went this past weekend. We tried to do a live stream. Yeah, well, we did a live stream, but we're not sure what happened.
Yeah.
We were at Milton, up in Milton, at the groups. Now I know how to pronounce it. It's the WISILL for Wisconsin, Illinois, and they pronounce it the Whistle. They just don't have the H or the T, so it's just a little play on words and stuff. But it's the Whistle group, and they have their open house there. They do it third Saturday every month, May through August, and then they set up at a few shows in the area, 3 shows in the area. We've known them for quite a while because we've seen them at the shows and I've gotten lots of videos. You guys have seen a lot of videos that we've had up there about their stuff. But we were on their Wi-Fi. He says, "Oh, just put on the Wi-Fi." So we were on their Wi-Fi, and halfway through the Wi-Fi cut out completely. And then YouTube crashed all at the same time. So we got it back up and going. But if you want to see it, it's really great. I interview Phil. He's one of the members up there. He's got a couple of sections. And we talked about the entire layout that's there, and he talked about a lot of the stuff they got coming and doing, and they had some really neat stuff running. He had 3 Rio Grande engines with sound. This is HO running with I think it was a trailer train.
Yeah,
it wasn't trailers. It was a trailer train. And we got some really good videos. Actually, you saw the first one. We had it with the 3 of them coming out of the tunnel. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you want to check that video out, it's not in our live section. It won't let us index it into the live section. Excuse me. But it is on our home page. So if you go to our home page, it kind of moves around. I don't know why. One day it's up on the top line. The next day it goes down to where it says live, and it's there. You'll see it because it'll say WISILL, and it'll have the blue thing because we can't even put a good thumbnail in. But it doesn't allow us to do any editing on it whatsoever. But if you want to go see that, we asked some really good questions of them and everything, and found out all about the layout and how they run it. And so it's just a really good. I think it was about a 35-minute video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not very long, but it was a really good thing to do. So we had a lot of fun, and they really seemed to enjoy it. So I think we're going to bring more of those kind of videos to you. Let's see here. What just moved? Oh, good. I have no idea what's hooked up on my power patch right now. So it's the CVKC that we just
Oh, good.
started off with the BNSF in tow.
Oh, Forever says, I heard YouTube and the AI has been placing videos in the wrong category, so it's been a bit of a glitch problem.
They've had a lot of glitches.
Platform wide, yeah.
They've been unsubscribing people from the favorite channels they like to see. So, like I've been telling everybody, when you're here, go check your subscriptions with us and your notifications, because they're kicking everybody off. They're telling us. They've even been sending us messages. Tell your subscribers to make sure they're subscribed. So make sure you're subscribed, because people are losing their subscriptions like crazy right now. And the other thing they're telling us is the messages that you guys post, the comments, are not. They're only keeping like the top one at the top, and they're hiding all the rest. And they said that's another glitch. So that I've seen it kind of come and go. Like one day we'll have a video up and only have one message on it, the one close to the top, even though I knew there were 2 or 3 already. And then the next day it'll be back to normal.
Yeah, Forever says, yeah, I have notifications on for you guys, and I didn't get a notification that we were live.
Okay.
Okay.
So you may want to unclick it and then re-click it on both things, on both subscribes if you still see it, and the notifications. Especially if you didn't get the notification. So that means something is definitely up there. So it sure looks good with all these painted windows down, the station getting pretty much done.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
It does look really good. I'm really happy with this.
I'm gonna turn it just a little bit more.
Yeah, get out of the
station.
Best.
There we go.
We'll start doing passenger stops. We'll just let the freight run around for a few times, and then I'll bring the Surfliner out. We'll get it rolling too. So yes, so we do, like I said, we do have a sponsor, and we're going to just keep pushing for more. Because the more we get, the more products you guys will be able to see, and the more we'll be able to review, and we'll give you honest answers. I mean, because we're not being paid, we're just being given product. So, and even if we were being paid, I'd still give you an honest answer. One or two things will happen. I'll either contact the people that gave us something, and I'll say, well, I had issues with it. Do you want me to really put that up there and tell you about it, or just not put anything up there at all? Because I'm not going to give a good review to something that doesn't deserve it. So you'll never get anything like that from us. So we'll just have to figure out as we go. Paint should be pretty good. I mean, I work with so many brands of paint. I know how to make things work pretty good, and as long as it just kind of does what it's supposed to do, it should be a pretty good review.
Forever says that station looks awesome. Love the color up top. Reminds you of that old school classics 1940s vibe.
Oh well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got some work to do on the top. People are saying they're not hearing the questions even when you're sitting right there. So somebody made a comment about the color of the top of the station, how they really liked it. What I have left to do on this is I've got where's my color? I've got this. This is, what color is this? I've used this for oxidized copper before. This peacock teal. As you can see, it's a little darker. So I'm going to come in here and start doing some streaking and some fading with it all the way around. And then I will use the copper, which is called Worn Penny, WRNPENNY. This is a fantastic copper. It's not bright, it's more of an aged copper. And then I'll do just some highlights of copper around the top. So that's what's left to go. I'll be doing that later this week and get the rest of the windows situated, and this thing will be done. All right, so Amtrak has done its thing, so it's loaded, reloaded. or unloaded, reloaded passengers, so we're off and rolling. All right, I need to put a thread on the back of one of my auto racks, just so that I've got a nice red blinking light back there. Yeah, that is just running smooth. Yeah, we'll just leave that on there so you can do your video that you want tonight.
That'd be good.
That'll look really sharp. What I'll probably do is let it run around a couple more times and I'll pull it back here, stop it, and then I'll bring out switch the power packs and then bring out the Surfliner. And then we'll just do our typical. So the reason for, you're probably wondering why I'm having so many stations. Eventually we're gonna have probably about 7, 8 Amtrak trains running at once for various different types, like a Metra, maybe an F-59 of some sort, like a Sounder or something like that. That each one will designate. We're going to have a set of cards, that we'll just randomly pick, and that will be the destination. We'll do pairing off where that'll be the destination for the Amtrak's, or whatever passengers are on. So. For example, the Amtrak we have running right now, it may only stop at this one, but then it goes off in the layout, does stuff, and then comes back to this one. Or we'll shuffle it, and it goes to a different one. But they're not going to go, it's not like the train is going to stop here, it's going to stop there, it's going to stop there, all in a loop. It won't. It'll only hit one station at a time on this level before it heads off into the layout. So we'll just do it random every time we do something like that. We'll just have cards. And we will, we'll just see what gets what.
Great Northern says kind of an operations thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like when guys get cards for each individual car, like when they're doing switching, and that's how they make their trains up. We'll be doing the same thing. We'll have cards that go with stations and the specific train that's going to go to it. So, and each time, and maybe sometimes when we shuffle it, it may come up the same with one train doing the same thing, but odds are on 7 passenger trains, things are going to mix up pretty good. So. Now, so it's going to be great because I have been wanting to get back to weathering my cars big time. So this new set of paints and stuff, after I get done doing the graffiti, if I really like how that comes out, that'll be the next thing, is I'll be doing some cars, some weathering with the cars and seeing how those come out.
Oh, Cam says, hi guys, sorry I couldn't make it, but I'm back.
Oh, glad you joined us.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how we're going to perform our passenger train operations on our layout with all the stations we're going to have. We're talking about, this is, in case some of you have just joined us, this is the new front for the new station. This is this is quite a bit similar to the Walthers one, but it's just going to be much bigger and much more detailed. It'll be a little bit bigger than this one, probably like another 1.5 inches, 2 inches on each side. And it's going to be straight across from this one over on that side of the layout. So we've got pretty much everything going on this. I just noticed with these panels that we're going to have to do a little work on it. We need some windows in.
Lake Effect says, looking good.
Thank you. So we're just going to let this freight run a little bit, and then we'll swap out and bring the other passenger out, bring the Surfliner out. So that's the news. So we're really excited about working with this new company. And it's funny that it was paint. Is what they wanted me to do, when that's really not what this company's known for. But they've got a lot of great colors. They have a huge palette, so it's something new they're trying, and so we're going to give it a shot.
Oh, Cesar Navarro says, looks like a lot of fun.
It is. We've kind of. I've kind of hit up a slow up period on showing a whole lot of stuff being done because of all these stupid windows. I mean, that's taken me probably 3-4 days just doing the windows alone, because every single window, I went on the inside of the window where the frame is, And I did a dark line with paint to make a weathered area to also show you where the window would slide up and everything. So every window had to be done that way, along with the footing and shadows underneath the cross piece. So there was a lot of painting to be done, a lot of detail painting to be done on all these windows. Because I think there's probably close to about 100 windows there. Yeah.
Cam asks, do you make them custom or do you buy them?
Nope, these are all 3D printed. Everything here is custom. Once you tip the camera back
Yeah.
and show the stuff behind me, because you really can't tell from that angle. So, careful, you hit the bridge.
Yeah.
So this is, I'll get out of the way so you can see. So that's, these are huge skyscrapers. I want to come over here a little bit so you can see.
But this makes it look fuller.
Let's just come around so you can see the station with everything here. Yeah, so this is the Alexandria. This is the Cerberus / Chimera. We haven't decided yet what the name of this one is. This is going to be this guy right here. We're going to have him. This right here is the middle tower. We have to build the flanking towers yet. We've already got some of them printed, so that's coming. This is the Artemis complex. 4 towers, going to be all the same, painted all the same, everything done the same. We had a name for this, but I don't like it, so we're changing that. This is the Titan, and this is the Gemini building right here. Oh, yeah, so we should tell you about the news. Big building we've been talking about over here. That is now changed. It's going to be just 2 tall buildings. We're not doing a single tall building there because of the station that's going to be out in front. We just thought that we had such a big building, the way we were talking about it there, that station would get lost. So, because this really stands out right here against these taller buildings. So we're going to do 2 tall towers over there that'll be our railroad headquarters. One will be the BNSF MRL. The other will be the Amtrak, and we haven't decided what the other road will be yet. Maybe CPKC.
Howdy, Random.
Hey.
Training hard. Should be able to stay on track this time. Good to see ya.
So that's gone from a big building to 2 tall ones, and then our big Babylon building that's going to be in the corner, along with our Broadway, basically, with all of our. We're going to put all those little LCD screens up where you can put advertisements up like you see in Times Square. So everything you see here that we have in this place is all 3D printed. Oh, including this. Show the
Here's Skid Row.
our Skid Row. This is all 3D printed stuff here, just put together. I should explain that each big tower. These the small ones here. These took because each one of these is you can see. We basically print off a plate. The wall is a plate, and then I add all the extra details to it. So every one of these, like this, all got added on. These were all printed separately. Air conditioners were all printed separately. Oh yeah, here's our meth lab that blew up. This is a pool. I'm going to have it all algae covered and everything and looking terrible. So that's. This is all 3D printed, every bit of this. So for example, like on this right here, this big tower, this is one single plate right here. This took one full plate to print this on our printer. That took 3 hours to print that guy right there. So doing the math on that, you can pretty much guess, estimate how long it took to do a big building this size. You're talking 4, so you're looking at, let's see, 12 panels here, 8 panels there, 4 panels there, at an average of 3 hours apiece. Then we have the building on the back.
Let's see. Cam says, love the lab, haha, and Random says, now you got to get some Fent zombies.
Oh, yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
They're going to have the fold and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna have them all hunched over and everything, walking along with that 90-degree thing going and laying next to the building and the whole works. So
let's see. Rand says, do you do sushi trains? Sorry, I can't help myself. Hey, I wonder if there is a place that does that, like the one that we saw.
oh yeah,
in Japan.
that
there's
guy,
one here.
here around here.
Uh-huh.
No, but I bet down in Chicago.
I
probably
bet
is.
so.
Yeah.
I want to go back to that Japanese market. That place is
Yeah.
awesome.
So I do want to bet there is something down there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We're only about 45 miles from Chicago, so you can see why there's an influence of a city this big. When we get done with all the background buildings, because it's going to be, the entire walls will be plastered with skyscraper background buildings, with just a little tiny slit between them to see the blue sky. So it's going to look, this whole area here, when we're finished, will look like a massive city, with a population of probably 8 to 10 million plus, given how big the downtown is. All right, so we're going to pull this guy into a stop and we'll start doing the passenger train swap outs. We'll bring him around the corner and park him back behind us. So yeah, so I'm looking forward. Yeah.
Kim says I support N Scale too, and I saw the big boy 2 days ago.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
I've been watching it on virtual rail. Okay. Let me swap out the leads, power leads. The other track. And we'll get the Surfliner going. The Surfliner that I'm about to set off, that was a wish list off of Amazon that we have from a subscriber viewer that's a good friend. He bought that for us, and he also did the BNSF engine that's right there that we were just running.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see here. I'll get this.
Random says, make the fence zombies out of soft stuff so they just sway a little bit. That'll be chef's kiss.
Yeah, man, they will not go down.
No.
You ever watch any of the stuff like where
the
Kensington,
Kensington,
Philadelphia. If you watch the slums there on the live streams, I just don't understand how those people they never go down. And we read about it, and it's because the minute they sit down, they lose their high. So that's why they stay. Because it's like you always just say, sit down, because they'll just keep going down and down and down, but they never go down. And I don't know how they keep their balance, but they do. So anyway, there's a Surfliner. So we'll have it going here.
Says it's incredible, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's actually just dumbfounding. All right, so since it's in, we'll go ahead and take the other one out for a little bit. Now this is the auto train. If you've never seen the auto train, that's what these auto racks are for. It runs from basically around Washington, D.C. down to Florida. You take your car, they'll load your car up into one of the auto racks. You go in the passenger cars, obviously, and then you ride it all the way down, then you unload your car and you're there.
Random asks, have you seen I Am Legend?
Yes, yeah. Well, actually I've seen the original version, which was the Omega Man, that had Charlton Heston in it, and then I've seen the one with Will Smith. All right, so we'll let that go around, and we'll pull him in and take the Surfliner out. So yeah, so we'll get that whole area there done. Like I said, this just killed. Doing these windows just killed almost 2-3 days just doing all those fine paint details on all those windows. And honestly, I might say you can't notice it. It did add an extra depth to the weathering and everything. And I just left them like this one. I didn't do anything to the outside, just the windows on the inside, because I knew it was going to push in. You were going to lose most of it anyway. I didn't do any out there, and you can really see a difference with all of that fresh paint versus the weathered stuff. So once I get those pushed in there, if I don't like what I'm seeing, I may add a little extra weathering on all of those once they're in place, depending upon how much actually sticks out of the roof. I'll have to maybe try the new paints on those.
Yeah.
Like I said, I found my fueling arms, the Snyder fueling arms. I can't remember who the company was that makes them. So at all the stations, I'm going to have the platforms obviously coming out from underneath all the way through. It'll cover everything. It'll go from track to track. It'll just be like street running from here basically to here. Get that all kind of weathered up, dirtied up, and then I'm going to put the fueling arms, the Snyder fueling arms between each track at both ends, so that when the trains come in, they can get serviced. The one back behind me here, I'm probably going to use a 3D printed tank truck, because that's the other way they do it. They either have the fueling arms or they have a tank truck sitting there that they have the hose hooked up to that they just bring out and drive next to the engine, and they just top it off. So I may have a tank truck sitting like in between on the platform.
Cam asks if we have a big boy.
No, we do not have a big boy. I've had a big boy in HO, but I don't have one in N-Scale yet. That's not to say we won't get one. We probably will get one, but just not one right now. Just let this guy run around a little bit. This has got to be one of my favorite paint jobs on passengers. I just love the that blue and silver on those cars. I'll watch Virtual Rail when it's doing Capistrano, San Juan Capistrano. About, I don't know, half a dozen or more of those come through there daily. And the camera's right there. You can see them come right by the screen. It's great. So I like watching that. I just think these are just spectacular cars.
Truth is asks if you shampoo your eyebrows.
No.
I gotta start doing that. Eyebrows need love too.
Hang on a second, I gotta go something drink. I'm really hoarse today.
Yeah. Let's see. Random says was watching an Urban Explorer and he came around the corner in a house. There was a circle of Fent vamps just standing there swaying.
Yeah.
He shat himself. It was just like when Will looked for his dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ugh. I bet that would be terrifying.
If you want to watch it live, as it's actually happening, like I said, go do that Kensington thing on YouTube.
Yeah. There's an Urban Explorer I watch. His name is Urbex Hill. He's run into lots of homeless people. He's in Cleveland, so there's a lot of homeless population there.
If you're not sure where Kensington is, it's in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So the next step is going to be one of the nice scenery steps we're going to be doing, like we talked about before, to make all of this make sense for our fueling arms and everything, is right back underneath where the camera is, back in this corner, we're going to put a storage tank for the fuel. And I'm going to have a track come in, just a dummy track come in that's just going to go off the end of the layout. Track there with 2 tank cars on it, and they'll all be behind chain link fence, and have an unloading platform for the tank cars to get to refill the storage tank. We're going to have that on both sides, since both the lower levels here, this one and this one, or upper levels, this one and that one will have the Snyder fueling arms, and the one behind will have, like I said, we'll have the semi truck, tank truck.
Random says Cleveland, Ohio. That ain't far off the truth from what that guy says.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Cam says, I like that you read chat because other creators don't and just talk to the void.
Oh, no. Yeah, I understand that completely, because I've watched, there's several guys that I watch, and I understand, they're by themselves. I'm fortunate that my son is here, and he reads me the questions, because otherwise if I was trying to do trains or work on something, I would have a hard time keeping up with anything. So I'm not going to knock anybody about that, but if we get questions and he sends them up here, I will get them answered as best I can. I think that's part of the whole fun of this. I mean, you know, you're supposed to be able to talk and share ideas and have a good time. Let's see if I can catch this guy at the auto train. Shouldn't be too hard since the auto trains, those auto carriers, I added a lot of extra weight to
it. Mike says you like trains, huh?
Oh, I like trains, yes.
Oh, random asks how old we are.
I just turned 60, and my son just turned 21.
Yeah.
So, I did turn 60, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. You get to this, you get to this stage, you just kind of, all the years just kind of flow together at this point. I like that when they're going together like that. I was really good.
Mike asks if we built any cool tunnels.
Not yet, but down below where I'm going to have all my mountains and on this lower level and all that kind of stuff, we're definitely going to have 2 or 3 tunnels down here. In fact, there's going to be a tunnel right. You see where I'm pointing? No, well, sort of. It's going to like right straight down, right straight down. It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to.
Okay.
You go straight down right here to the lower level. There's going to be a nice tunnel complex right there.
Random says your son has a good reading voice. Well, thank you very much, Random.
He does. He has a very good voice. We were actually at a event this last Sunday, and he was the second speaker. And during the first speaker, nothing against her at all. Everybody just kept talking and doing their own things. When it was his turn to do what he had to do, the entire room stopped and listened, and then applauded. So, which is probably a good thing considering, you know, his career choice, and he's going to be doing a lot of lecturing and things like that. So, I guess it is good that he has a good speaking voice.
Yeah.
That probably helps.
Let's see. Oh, Cam says you're still young. 60 isn't a high number.
No, it's not. I'm going to be doing this for quite some time now, especially now that it seems like we're starting to get a lot of interest. You know, not just, we're starting to get a lot of cross interest from a lot of different places. And now that we picked up this first sponsor, we'll be doing this for quite some time. And we'll pull the auto train in. So yeah, so see what's going to happen when we do our stuff. Like I said, these Amtraks will stop at their various stations because we'll have about 3 stations here. Then we'll have on our elevated track we will have upper stations as well. So they'll all have places to stop, and then they'll all go off. Some will come down lower because it'll be like, you know, the Southwest Chief or the Empire Builder, stuff like that. And they'll head into the mountains to head out west, go do their stuff. We'll have some stations down there, and then they'll come back and drop off, and then they'll head back, and then we'll swap out. They'll head back into the yards, and then they'll swap out in the over the yards and the diesel servicing areas.
Mike's wondering if we've thought of adding any road crossings.
Oh yeah, we are going to have some. There'll actually be in the in our Skid Row area. There's going to be well. They were road crossings. The roads are going to be going right up to the tracks, but then we're going to have those concrete barricades going across because the railroad is going to keep all of our little junkies safe. We're going to have a chain link fence go down the entire thing here to keep them off the tracks. So then basically the concept is they just cut the road off going across the tracks right there. So we'll have some, but then up top we are going to have some crossings up here. And down below, for sure, down the lower level, we'll definitely have some road rail crossings.
Let's see. Random says I'm getting sick of the teenage mumble.
Teenage what?
Rumble.
Oh.
Or mumble. Sorry.
Nice. There we go.
Let's see.
Let those sit for a minute or two.
Crochet Lady says fingers crossed on hanging around.
Fingers are crossed on what?
Hanging around.
Oh, for years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Random says, can you do one of me jumping through a flatbed gap in a freight train?
And we've talked about this. We are going to have a ton of Easter eggs on this layout. And when we do some just running live streams where we just set the trains off, let them go. We'll pick a vantage point. We'll have the camera just in that area for that live stream. And in the description, so ahead of time, we'll let you know. We'll have all the list of things you're supposed to look for that you will be able to see in that view. Because I really think we'll have things. We'll have Spider-Man swinging from building to building. We'll have window washers like dangling with the thing kind of partially broken and dangling there. We'll have interesting vehicles. Maybe the Batmobile. We'll have a lot of movie reference scenes, things from cartoons and stuff. We'll have like the bus stop with the South Park kids waiting to be picked up. So there's going to be just literally between the two levels, we will probably have anywhere from 500 to 700 Easter eggs.
See, Cam says I'm building a homemade turntable.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I don't have room for that. I'd probably do the same thing.
Maybe on the down below we could.
No, that's all going to be scenery and mountains.
You don't think?
Yeah.
Mike asks, any whistle stop cafes?
Yeah, we probably will.
If we have a town down below, like a smaller town, we could put one there.
Yeah, we could. Well, and the station that's going to be right behind me will have a restaurant, cafe type thing in that station. So the big one right down here, we'll actually have it. And we're actually going to have a walkway that goes across over the park area with a little stairs and elevator that will get down to the station, so people that were enjoying the park can come and have a nice meal, just either a quick meal or a nicer meal at the station that's going to be directly behind me over here.
Let's see. Oh, Raven Train says, hey folks.
Hey, glad you joined us. We are just letting the engines sit for a minute. They're all unloading passengers and reloading passengers. So once I get this thing all finally finished up with the windows and stuff, then I'll start dealing with and to get these other ones well underway, these other two stations builds well underway. Then I'll start plotting out how I want to do the interior of the lower section with all of the benches and everything. And then I'll be making the interior to have the upper floors to where it won't be a hollow building. When we light it up, just the down area and this big center section will be lit. The top will keep dark. This way with the floors in and stuff, we'll be able to do all that. So we'll start doing the engineering part, the interior engineering part, and then down below, underneath here, there will be lights over both sets of tracks that we have underneath. So that'll look really nice. We'll also have outside lights, one right here for where the fueling arms will be, and then we'll have a couple of lights down here for the other service areas. And we'll do that at every station that we do. All right, so I don't know if you can hear the clicking or not, but Gabe is furiously working on the corrections to the Union Station that I just showed you the walls for. Mm-hmm. I'll show you what he's doing right now. Once I get this guy going, I'll get the pieces, if you weren't here earlier.
Mike says, really cool, guys. Nice way to share a hobby.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
So this is our new Union Station that we're working on. So this is the front wall. There's also a back wall that's identical. There's like this, it's inset, so then there's walls like this. Well, these wound up being too big, so we're cutting about a third of that off on this one right here. And we need windows, so he's adding a whole bunch of windows right there, like 2 layers of windows and leaving the top more solid.
Yeah, I could probably fit 3 windows, 3 across and 2 up.
Yeah, two stories of windows.
2 stories of windows and 3 across.
Yeah, and keep them kind of narrow, keep them like one right on top of the other, with leaving like a wider area on the top.
Yeah.
If you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get what you mean.
Okay.
Yep.
And then there's a wing that goes over on this side, and then the sides come around, and then there's 2 smaller wings that are out on the side. This looks a lot like the Walthers Union Station, but it's a lot more detailed.
Cam says, I need to leave. Sorry, guys. Hope to be back because it's 10:04. My mom tells me to go to bed, so good luck.
Well, I'm glad you joined us. We'll be coming on again in a couple of days. So like and subscribe, hit the notifications so you don't miss us.
For anybody who's here.
Anybody here that you aren't subscribed yet and you like what you see, just go ahead and do that. Because we're probably going to do a live stream on Thursday night. or Friday morning, and then another one on the weekend. So we got 2 more coming up within the next 4 days. Hopefully, when we come back, I'll have this started right here. I'll have most of the copper effects done on the top of the tower, on top of the station, and we'll have the new Union Station pretty well assembled. Then we got to make the platform, this section right here that it sits on, that'll cover the 3 tracks. So I hope we've caught you up to date on everything. Like I said, this is all changed over here now because of the station. No more one single big building, 2 big buildings, another big building in the corner. We'll get this thing done here, the Cerberus or the Chimera, we'll get it finished in the next couple of weeks. Yes.
Jamie asks, any gargoyles?
We might, yeah, we were always thinking about that, maybe up like on the lower ledges or something on one of the tall buildings. We might do that. You had somebody ask me about gargoyles before.
I think so.
And it got me to thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
I know there's a guy who's building a city kind of like this, but I think it's HO. And he has gargoyles on a couple of his towers.
Let's see. Random says a couple of guys on one of those handled carts being chased by a train.
Yeah. I don't know if they make one in N-Scale. I know they make one that's actually operational in HO. I've seen one of those hand cars. I've seen them at the shows, and man, they get those things flying down the tracks. Nothing behind them, but boy, I mean, it's like those guys would be dead within. If it was real, it'd be dead within probably less than a mile. But they're pretty neat. So we'll have to see if there's any in N-Scale. There probably is.
Let's see. Jamie says, ever have litter in your cities? Or roadkill or anything like that?
Oh, you talk about litter. When we get to Skid Row, there's going to be trash piled everywhere. There's going to be newspapers, everything just littering the streets, food containers, all that kind of stuff. So this whole section that's over here, where that is, that entire area and a little bit right here is just going to be just covered with litter. Our main city itself will be fairly clean. Especially like this big square we're going to put back here with the circle and our big courthouse and everything. That's going to be really nice and neat. Yes.
Couple things here. Let's see. Selena says, still use lichen for trees?
I used to make my own, but there's a company I'm going to contact, and it's called JTT Miniature Trees. I've seen some pictures of their stuff, and they're fairly reasonable. I mean, like less than $1 a tree. So I'm thinking to see if I can get a deal from them on being able to do our park that's going to be up here. We're going to have a park right up here that's going to run right above on these rocks. So I'm going to see if I can get a package deal on getting some stuff and then promote them a little bit. So yeah, I used to do that kind of stuff, but I'm just not at that stage of building trees anymore. Yes.
Raven says, okay, I'm lost. Y'all keep pointing at things I can't see.
Okay, well, why don't you,
Here.
we'll just do this all over.
Well, we can, now that we're kind of taking a break from the trains.
Yep. Okay, so here's the Skid Row that we were just talking about. That's going to be all trash and filthy and everything. Here, you know what I need to do? Yeah, let's just do this.
Yeah.
That way you can just, I don't need any of that right now. That should get you, you can slide everything out of the way right
Okay. There we go. Let's do it for the time being.
Okay. So this is the Skid Row. This will be our dirtiest area. It's going to stretch this entire length of this shelf area right here. It's going to be all rundown buildings, all trash covered. The big Union Station that I was just showing you the walls for over here, that's going to be sitting right here, spanning across all 3 tracks. 2 big towers right behind it, then background buildings as well. We're going to have the Babylon back here. That's going to be our Broadway with the LCD screens for the advertisement. Background buildings everywhere. This is our convention center. We still got to build the big convention building part itself. Be a background building back behind. Here's our parking garage. This is going to be one of like 3 parking garages. We'll probably have this one.
Oh.
One over here and then one back here. Yeah.
He says, okay, Jamie says hot rod car with a burnout going on.
Oh, we might.
We could have that. Oh, and he also says graffiti.
No, show 'em.
Get in here.
Yeah, we've already got graffiti going on this side and this side of the fence. This whole area will be graffitied up.
This is on the back side of Skid Row, the 2 apartment towers.
Yeah, we'll have, and all the wood we got wood fences to go along here all the way. They'll all be graffitied up. Over here on this wall, underneath right here, all the graffiti will be painted over. All you're gonna see is the blobs of what the graffiti look like. It'll be light gray covering them. But then starting about right here, we'll actually have graffiti going that way. And we'll probably have graffiti starting right here and coming this way. And everything around the station will be all covered up with a lighter gray.
And Josh says hi.
Hey, Josh.
Let's see. Raven says, nice buildings. Are they printed? Yes.
Yes,
they
these
are.
all 3D printed. This set of 4 buildings right here, the Artemis Complex, that took us a better part of a month to print all of those buildings. I don't even know how many hours are in that. We're probably looking about 100 hours or so. This one took about a week and a half, a little over a week and a half to print. So did this one. Now this one's painted. This is the color it'll be. We haven't decided on what we're going to use for reflective film yet, what color that we're going to use to get that downtown kind of a look with the, it's probably going to be a blue, reflective blue. This you'll actually see all the window shades, all the glazing with window shades. This will be also be window shades, and this right here, this complex right here will be reflective. Yes. Yeah, what?
No, they just
Smart Alec.
stare.
Stare. Yes.
Let's see. Okay, couple things.
Yes.
Random says, do you look at car model shops for landscapes and people?
Yeah, no, mostly we print. I'll show you. Here's all of our cars. These are all 3D printed. Well, even though they're not, you don't have the glazings for the window, you don't have the window shine to them. By the time I get done, it'll look like real vehicles because we'll paint these. Then I'll paint all the windows black with doing light reflections, and then we'll do like a semi-gloss to a matte finish or a satin finish on the cars, but then I'll come in and hand paint the windows all super gloss, high gloss on the windows, so it look like glass.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Jamie says, how about hobos standing around a barrel fire?
Yeah, we will, the Skid Row will take care of a lot of that, but then probably back over here where we're gonna put our fuel tank and our track that's going to go off with the tank cars on it. Probably like right in here, we'll probably do like a hobo camp, right in this area.
Yeah, some tents and some
and
campfire and
that thing that has the actual flickering light for the campfire.
Let's see. Cesar says, I would make the trains crash. That's why I can't have nice things.
Yeah, with the way these things, as much as these things cost, I would never crash trains. I'm not Gomez Adams. No.
Let's see. Selena says, I do love waiting at train crossings because it's my only chance to take in art and it just goes by me. Are yours art cars? What do you want to grab that one auto rack? Hint, hint.
The Homer.
Uh-huh.
I guess I could. This is just one. I've got a lot of graffiti cars. I've hand painted a ton of graffiti on a lot of cars. Mostly in HO. I'm just getting started at N-Scale. We did this one. This is actually based on a prototype. A fella, I think it was up in Canada. I'm not exactly sure. He actually painted Homer Simpson on one, Marge Simpson on another, and Krusty the Clown on another. This is exactly how he did it, and I weathered over the top. This is the color of the car's right, just not the road name. But otherwise, I matched it to a reddish brown auto rack. And it's exactly the way he did it. If you want to see it, pictures of it, just go like Google image and just put Homer Simpson graffiti auto rack, and you should be able to see it.
Let's see. Josh says, I love that very tall building that almost reaches the ceiling.
We got 2. So we got this one, this is the Alexandria, and we got the Titan. So this one's about 2 inches, 3 inches from the ceiling, and that one's about 1/8 of an inch. The reason this one's called the Alexandria is it's based, we've talked about this a couple times in the past, but if you haven't seen it, this is based on the Alexandria
lighthouse.
Lighthouse. But that top is a lot like the top that's on the LA skyscraper downtown. What we're going to do with this one's going to be painted kind of a lighter cream than this color right here. More towards the white, but not a gray white like this. All the way up to give it kind of a concrete look, warm concrete look. Then up on the top, we're going to paint all of that yellow, but the ribbing that comes down, we'll paint that the same color as this. So it looks like glass back behind it like the top of a lighthouse. So that's why this is the Alexandria Lighthouse. This was just called the Titan because it's big.
Jamie says vertical floor to ceiling tiles that has nightfall on one side and daylight on the reverse side of each blind, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be an idea.
And Raven says, don't model LA.
Well, we're not modeling any specific city, but we are taking buildings out of a lot of cities that are famous in those cities.
Yeah. Or at least remodeling, repurposing, remodeling, remixing
Yeah,
existing buildings to fit
Yeah.
ours.
yeah. Like the top of the Artemis Tower. I actually had a guy, it was actually based on a building, I think was in Massachusetts. But I had a guy write me and he sent me a picture. And he says, I lived in an apartment that looked exactly like that. And he sent me the picture of it, and it was exactly like that. So there's not only one up the northeast, there's one down in the south off the Gulf of Mexico. So, because that's when I think it was New Orleans. Yeah, I think that's where he was. So, a lot of our buildings are just taken from areas around the country, and we're just combining them. I found a really nice STL file for the Empire State Building. So, we'll be printing a scaled down version, obviously, because I can only fit, the Alexandria is almost 60 stories, well, about 60 stories. And obviously the Empire State Building is a lot taller than that. So it'll have to be a scaled down version, but we'll have it probably tucked back behind. So we'll just get buildings that we like from around. I'm going to get some from overseas, and then we have the Babylon that's coming. You guys are going to you're going to love the Babylon when we get it done. That there's not going to be any other building you're ever going to see anywhere on a layout that's going to look like that building right there in that corner. That will be the piece de resistance at the end of the summer. We'll start that project, and then that way in the fall I can work on the scenery for that one. So so we don't have a name for the city yet. I don't know its locale. I haven't done any of that kind of stuff. We're just building buildings and having fun with it.
Let's see. Jamie asks, any waterfront area?
I really wanted to do some waterfront. I was thinking about doing some underneath the elevated track on the other side right there and having a waterfront with some ships. But that's probably going to turn into the seating area that we have when people come to the layout, subscribers, visitors, whatever, with stools and controllers right there. So I kind of lost my waterfront area right there. But when we move up to the attic and we start working on that layout, not move this, then we'll finish this layout first. When we go to the attic, I do plan on having a major harbor scene up there.
Raven says it's your city. That's all that matters. I also said I don't want to see what happens in LA streets. And by your windows, you're in a pre-60s home. Nice. I like my old homes.
Yes, we are in a home that was built in
91.
1891.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 1891. So we're pushing 130 something years old on this house. So yeah, it's been around. We've been around a while. Well, not we've been around a while. It's been around a while. So that's why we have these tall ceilings, which are great. I mean, it's 9-foot ceilings in here. So that's how it is through the entire house. Yes.
Let's see here. Victoria says good evening. So good to see you all.
Yeah, good to see you
too. And Selena asks, do any sets exist of the L trains like the Chicago L or the BART?
I saw a BART, but it was an HO. That was quite a while ago. I don't know if there's one in INSCO, but there is one in HO. I know that for a fact. I'm sure there's probably stuff out there. For N-Gauge, there's not a lot. We're basically going to get probably a Japanese set and change the lettering and everything on it and make it American for us here, so we can have because we're up on our elevated track. We're going to have 2 tracks dedicated to just like subway action. It'll be like a 3-car, one of them being powered, that will stop at like 2 stops, and the one on the upper one will stop at the alternate stops.
Raven says 10 years older than my last home, and you need a helix to the attic. LOL.
Yeah, people said, why don't you just take the ceiling out? You have really tall buildings. Yeah, and just go up into our attic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think we're good with the height we've got. I really, because when we're building these things, because it takes so much sanding and so much. I mean, it's not like we just print this thing and glue it and put it together. Every panel has to be sanded because of all the layering effect of the PLA. So by the time I get up there to about that stage, getting to the third and starting at the top, I'm done. I'm ready to move on to the next building. I've had enough of looking at that building.
Josh says, I've seen the video of the new trains running on your layout.
Oh, good, good. Yes. Be sure, if you haven't seen any of our older videos, our longer ones, go to our main page, main part of our channel, and our regular video section. We've got some really good longer videos. We've also talked about our builds in more detail. And I actually show how to do weathering and graffiti and stuff like that on some of the other videos. So we got a lot of good stuff in just the video section. So if you haven't explored our channel, we're drawing in on 1,400 videos. So there's a lot of stuff. We've got product reviews. We've got all kinds of stuff. The products that I use, none of that stuff's paid advertisement. None of the stuff we have is paid advertisement. It's just things that I use that I found work best for me, and I show you how they work. So, yes.
Jamie says, suggestion for city name, Megalopolis.
Megalopolis, yeah. Like what was that, Megamind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. My mom keeps pushing us to just name it No Name City. That's actually the name of it, No Name City. I'm not going to do that, but that's from an old movie from the 1970s, Paint Your Wagon, the city that they all lived in. So that, yeah. So we'll figure it all out. We'll probably actually have a vote for it. When we get it narrowed down to about maybe 3-4 possibilities, we'll do a round of them. We'll put up the votes and then narrow that down and then narrow it down a little bit more. So we'll probably do that. The same thing will probably go with the name on the stations too.
Jamie says, I do Sim City. Mine is called Stonersville.
Well, we've got that section here in Skid Row. So, yeah. Like I said, his meth lab blew up. So,
Brock says, hey guys, stepped in. I'm bored.
well, I'm glad you joined us. We've been running a little bit and talking about all the new stuff that's going on. So, I've been working on this station now for better part of a week, and I'm getting pretty tired of it. I'm glad it's almost done. I just want to whip through the top up there and get it finished and get it into place, because I've got this new station right here that we're working on. If you haven't seen it, if you just came with us, just join us. We've got our new station. Looks a lot like the Walthers one, the big Union Station. This is its front panel. It has a matching back panel, and my son's working on the windows for the side panels right now.
Let's see here. Josh says, I like that live stream, the place that we went to.
Oh yeah, the Whistle up there in Milton. That was pretty fun. I just wish it hadn't crashed on us, because now we can't do anything to it. We can't get a nice thumbnail picture for it. It doesn't go into our live section on our channel. It just floats around on the home page. But if you want to go see a nice interview with a good group of guys, and see their layout, that one's a good one to go catch. It's on our main page somewhere, on our home page somewhere. Sometimes at the top, sometimes it's the middle, sometimes at the bottom. So, but it'll be like that blue screen that we have when we get ready to start doing a live stream. So if you find that, just look for it. It'll say right at the beginning, WIS-ILL. So for Whistle, that's the video of that. So yeah.
Just not going to work, are you?
Having issues? Okay. So I'll take a look at the questions while you're doing that.
Why are you using down like this? Okay. Closing it out.
King Kong, Empire State Building. Actually, what we're going to do, because we've had a lot of suggestions for it, and I actually thought about doing it about 6 months ago anyway, is in our background buildings on the wall, I'm going to have Godzilla poking his head out. But as people can remove it, it's not always up there. So like when we do the Easter egg hunts, we'll put Godzilla's head sticking out with maybe his thing. So we'll probably do that. Yes.
We've got quite a few here. Let's see.
Okay.
Raven says that's the only movie Clint Eastwood sings in.
Yes, it is. and he does not sing well. It's not. It's a good thing he didn't try to become a singer because I think he would have failed miserably. But yes, it's a great movie. I know every song by heart because my parents played it all the time back in the '70s, and I know every song, every lyric. So.
Let's see here. Brock says, I'm wanting to do the graves tonight. From inch foam, I can dig a deep grave.
Yeah, you can.
Tongue blades and popsicle sticks ends makes great old tombstones.
Yep,
Yeah.
they do.
Oh, Guitar Golf is here. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. He says, glad you bought some new socks, Dad.
Yep.
Yep.
So.
Let's see. Jamie says, ever include a volcano on your layout?
No, haven't ever done a volcano.
Hey, for like a Hawaiian layout, if you want to do something tropical.
Maybe when we get to the attic,
Yeah.
might have a little area in the corner or something. But for down below, I'm barely going to have room for a few mountains and some good bridges and some good tunnels and stuff. So yeah, I don't think they'd be digging tunnels through a volcano, an active volcano. So yeah.
Crochet Lady, she's talking to Raven. She says, thank goodness on Clint not singing in other movies.
Yeah.
Guitar Golf says, Clint Eastwood singing is like Michael Jackson playing lead in Josie Wells.
Yeah. The song he sings, a goofy song. I'm not going to do it. But he sings a song called I Talk to the Trees, but they don't listen to me. So, and then it's just, he tries to hit some high notes so just picture Clint Eastwood trying to hit high notes in a song. So you can pretty much, after that low tone voice he has, and he's trying to hit it just doesn't work. Sorry.
Let's see. Selena says, my brother, maybe your age, inherited our uncle's setup in the 90s. He just restored and completed the N-scale kit he got from Germany in 1969 called Refinery. Do you have any antiques in your setup?
No antiques. Had a lot of older HO stuff, but not an N. In all honesty, I was in HO with my dad for most of my life, but I don't have the room here for HO. I'm in a 9-foot by 7-foot space, so it just doesn't work. HO, I get one loop and maybe one or two industries.
Let's see. Josh says, Gabe, don't let him make you work too hard, LOL. I won't.
Well, if he'd just get my print files right,
yeah, I know,
and print me things right, then we wouldn't be working this late on things.
I'm trying.
I know. Well, that one wasn't your fault on that size. We thought it was right, but it just wasn't.
It's hard to
judge
with a file that's already kind of.
Yeah, trying to get the right size to make it look good on end scale, but not too big. And because a lot of these files that we work on are, it comes in like an HO or bigger, and we got to scale it down. I know there's conversions for doing that, but a lot of the stuff is just not scaled properly. So we wind up doing a lot of work. Now, I'll explain that here in just a sec. I'm just getting this tucked in here. So, for example, yes, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's see. Jamie says, walked in a lava tube from the ocean to Kilauea a month before Kilauea erupted.
Oh.
In 2018. Josh says, oh, hi, Raven. Brock says, great to see father and son hobbies. I miss my dad.
Yeah, I miss mine too. He just passed away about 3 years ago, and fortunately, I wasn't really too much into the hobby. I was on and off with him, and I really missed having some time there, like in the 2010s, doing a bunch when things were, but I was just busy with family, so there's not a whole lot I could do about that. So yeah, I agree. Okay, so let me give you an example of this. This one that we're working on right now. This building was one file, okay? It was just to be printed as one thing and have the entire interior solid. So what my son does is he takes it and he cuts it all apart. He cuts everything down, he adjusts walls, he does everything that needs to be done so that we can print it flat, so that I can work with it, I can do any detailing I need to do, I can do all the extra special work to it. Plus we don't waste volume of this much filament filling in something, and we wouldn't have a nice effect because the windows would be blocked. So there's a lot of work involved with it, and then once you start doing that, then things start to change. And we have a standard gauge. We do a 1/2 inch is 7 foot. So like a lot of the doors on our standard buildings are 1/2 inch tall, because the 7 foot, like in our old doors here, 7 foot comes to about middle of the door on the top frame. So it's perfect height for like a standard building. But for a big, huge station like that, that's not tall enough. Yes.
Brock says, enjoy your guys' time together.
Oh, yes, we do.
Absolutely.
We do. We have when he's not doing college stuff, he's off for the summer right now. We do a lot of this, and we go and we do road trips down to hobby shops, and off to do a whole bunch of things. So rail fanning and all that. So
let's see. Josh says, Gabe, computers are weird. They don't listen to what you say. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Selena says, can you do with N-scale details 3D print items like cars or smaller buildings? Yes.
Yes, we were just showing this one. I'll show you. Somebody was asking if...
it also depends on your print head, how big the nozzle is.
How big the nozzle
is. If you have a
is.
fine nozzle or a resin printer, you can get really fine details.
Yeah. So here's an example of some of our cars that we're printing off. There's like that, and there's that, and there's our postal trucks. We're gonna have a big post office downtown, so we got a fleet of these little boogers.
Raven says, alarm goes off in 4.5 hours. Have a good night. Great layout and amazing buildings.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad you joined us.
So, yeah, thanks for joining.
So I hope you're with us again later this week. So on the cars, since there's no like clear plastic for the interiors, like I said a little while ago, we'll paint them up, cut the colors, paint it up, paint the whole car up, and then we'll put either a satin or a light semi-gloss on the car, and then I'll paint the windows black, do light reflections, or do like you can see into the interiors, and then on all the windows I'll do a super high gloss, paint it with a brush, to where it really reflects, to where it really looks like glass. It comes out really good. So we'll print all of our own cars, because we're going to have literally hundreds upon hundreds of them. So it'd be really expensive to buy those at like $5, $6 a car, versus these are basically pennies a piece for us to print.
Let's see here. Ron says hi.
Hey, Ron.
Freeman, he says, sorry you just got here. Do you make your own people or vehicles?
Yep, we were just talking about the vehicles. This is some of the ones that we do. Here's an SUV. We're making this a police SUV for our Skid Row area. This is a mail truck. I don't know what this is. Gabe prints off all these cars, these foreign cars and stuff. So there's a car. I have no idea what that is. There's a Tesla. There's a Tesla truck around here somewhere. I don't know where. But we have about 20, 30 cars all printed up, ready to go, but we have hundreds to go yet.
Let's see here.
Yes.
Give me just a sec.
Yeah. That's what you get when you're playing with the programs.
With the files, I know.
And not keeping up with it.
Brock says, I tried the model trains thing with Dad, but you should have seen us fish, hunt, and mow grass.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, we have an electric mower with a cord, so I do all that because I don't want to have the cord cut every time he'd go out and mow the grass.
Yeah. That's what you think.
Uh-huh.
Jamie asks, what material are the windows, or are they just openings?
Right now they're just openings. This is all, but I will be putting window glazing in. It'll be a thicker, kind of like like a heavy sheet protector type of a plastic that I'll put over each window on the inside. So, but that's a ways off yet. I've got a lot of work to do. I haven't even got my last dull coat on this yet. You don't want to have any window glazings in a building until you've got all your exterior done and final coats on. So we're a little bit off on that.
Ron asks, what about people?
People, we were thinking about getting a resin printer to print off people, but the cheapest resin printer we could find that seemed decent enough was about $400, and all I'd be using it for is people. So I find guys on eBay right now that are selling like 300 to 400 people for around $10. So for what I need to do for this layout, I can probably get what I need for probably about $150 that would just really populate the city. So, because that'd give me probably about 5,000 to 7,000 figures.
Josh says, I like the first live stream of the rock wall and the buildings too.
Yep. That was a fun time that was fun when we were getting started with it. That was a ways back there though. Things have changed a lot since then.
Brock says, that's neat, y'all.
Yeah.
He says, those cars and trucks too. I remember trimming bushes and cutting the cords.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I love electrics because they're so lightweight, and I like cord electrics because of that. Just for my back and all that. So that's why I go with the cord. But I've since I was a kid, it's always been electric mowers with cords. So I know how to work it. When I was young, I ran over them too, but then I figured out how to do it, and I just want to have to be repairing cords right now. So that's why I just take care of doing it. But nice lightweight electric mowers, and I'm done. I don't have to do anything for winter. I just blast all the goop out from underneath and stick it in the garage.
Let's see. Brock says, how's your Skid Row area coming along, and could you show us, please?
You want to just do a little quick look at that? I've been working on this right here for about better part of about a week. I keep saying I'm going to get back to Skid Row, but this has really chewed up my time. But I will be getting to it to finish that one up before I get on the new one. So there will be a lot of this right here is pretty much almost ready to go for window glazings. I just got to do a final dull coat. So once I get all of this dull coated right here, we just pop in I pop in the ladders, dull coat. This has already been dull coated back here, so I don't have to even worry about that. Put in the window glazings, roofs in, and we're done.
Selena says not available now, but could you imagine N-scale news or police drone choppers you can pre-flight control?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We probably will actually have in-scale printed drones, but then we'll put them on little wires that you don't see, little thin wires, like when they're over a crime scene or something, or people are playing with them up in the forests.
And yes, there is a burnt building. The meth lab up here exploded on this one.
Yeah, this was the ex-meth lab that blew up, and the landlord just put wood over the windows and repaired the floor for the tenant below, and the roof will have some patching on it. But yes, that was a meth lab that exploded.
And yes, we will have tons of trees and bushes on our layout, Josh.
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot.
Let's see here. Brock says, I have a 24-volt mower. I charge 2 big chargeable batteries. And he says, yes, sir, your station looks great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Ron asks, how about any of the train cars? Do we print those?
Actually,
do you have it?
I got 2 that we're in the middle of working on right now. So there's a project coming.
Brock says, that's it. That's A+.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nope, that ain't it. Where is my... I wonder if it's over here. No, it's not there. I don't see either of my 2 printed cards I've got to work on. Where did they go?
There's one.
Where? Oh. So, this is a Bombardier or Bombardier car, however you want to pronounce it. We're going to be printing 6 of these, 3 per set. We'll have a control car, cab control car, 2 coaches. These are going to go with these. So they can be custom sets, fantasy paint schemes. So one of them, so we have this. This is the track safety P42, the black with the yellow crossbucks. So we will have 3 cars behind it. These will all be painted black. So with the yellow like this right about here and all the Amtrak insignias. We've got the interiors, they're over there. That all printed off. So we'll have 3 of these for this guy. And this is the other one we have. It's the Pepsi can, P42. So with this one, same thing. We'll have 3 of these for it, paint it the silver. We're going to put the Phase 6 paint scheme on there because it has a nice big broad blue stripe that matches the broad blue on the car, on the engine rather. So we'll have a set of 3 on those.
Brock says beautiful engine, very interesting.
Yeah, so we'll have, that's going to be a couple of our main Amtrak sets that'll be running around here. I don't know where my container car went. I've got a container car around here
Oh,
here it is. Here it is.
Josh says I've been short out train cars show. I know which train cars go with each train I have. Oh, cool. Brock says I'm overwhelmed and jealous.
It just takes a lot of time. We do not have, and I'll talk about that here in just a sec. We also have this car here. It's a container car. We're going to make this an LNG fuel tender. Every one of our main engine sets is going to have its own fuel tender. So there'll be a long tank in here with all these pipings, and we'll be painting them for the specific railroads.
Selena says in 1985 I mowed my aunt's yard with her 1970s electric mower, I think from Otisco, with a cord mast. It was almost as lightweight as a toy.
It is. So I like it. We have the one that has the handle where you got to grip it to keep it going. I can mow with one hand. I spin it around with one hand. It's so lightweight. It works perfectly. So I love it.
Ron asks how much is the printing material. A 2-pack of 1,000 grams per is about $24 on sale.
On sale, and normally about 36.
Yeah.
You can get with 2 rolls. You can get about a building and a half on a skyscraper. Right about there. So I was going to talk about that. Some people have asked how much we have on this layout, and I'm going to give you some numbers here. I've updated it. I did a reevaluation with all of the PLA print stuff. Now this is not counting rolling stock or cars. Everything else but that. Power, track, wire, the whole works. Scenery, buildings, everything. So we are only in right now at about $875 for this entire layout. That's both levels, all the bench work, all the hardware, everything. So all the paint that we've used, the foam, all of it. So we're only in about $850 to $875 right now for this entire thing. I had estimated with what we have left to go, since we're about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through printing the big buildings, since the background buildings won't take much, probably a roll of filament will probably do 3 background buildings. We only have maybe about 10, 12 of those, so not much there in the way of filament. I think we're going to come in with the entire layout, everything scenic, track, whole works. We're probably going to be coming in right about $1,400. For some people that spend literally hundreds of thousands of dollars on their layouts, this is nothing. And that's so we're doing it on a budget, trying to keep it as cheap as we can, which is what's it's kind of nice why us picking up this sponsor over the weekend to get paint with, review their paint and stuff. So that'll help in the long run. What do we got there? Anything?
Yeah, we got a couple things.
Okay.
Brock says, now I want to find old Pullmans and paint my own color to match an engine too.
Yeah, it's fun to do.
He says he has an old Bachmann F9 lettered in old PC puke green. Darker than drab, but it looks haunted. I want to put purple LED headlights for an eerie appearance.
That'd be cool. That would be really cool. So then get some coaches and paint it the green to match.
Let's see. Josh says, do you have to clean out the printing thing?
Yes.
Yeah, every once in a while.
It does take service. You got to clean the print surface.
Yeah, the print bed itself you got to clean about every week. But the printer itself, you have to just lube up. You have to add lubricating oil to the axes about once a month.
Yeah,
roughly.
so if you can't hear them because people say they can't, you've got to grease and oil and lube up the entire thing, but it only happens about once a month, and you have to clean the plate about once a week. But otherwise, it's pretty well self-sustaining. So.
Ron says, so if you bought the buildings you had, it would be multi-thousands of dollars.
Yes, somebody said that if we actually bought the buildings, it would be really expensive. Yes, it would. I priced out online. There's a custom builder online. Probably a lot of you know who it is. I'm not going to mention names. But to do a building that's about 2/3, 3/4 the height of Titan over my shoulder right here would have run me about $1,400 with their kits. So to get it as high as that is, you'd probably be looking at about $1,600. So you multiply that by, total, we're probably going to have a total about 12 to 14 freestanding all about that price range. So you're be looking at about $20,000 just in buildings.
Hey, Allie, how you doing?
Hey. So,
Good to
but
see
as it is, I mean, we're looking at to print it. So then you narrow it down. You look at the printing costs. So roll and a half. Let's say we get it on sale. You're looking at $39 is what versus about 14 to 1600 bucks. So that's why if you can get a printer, I recommend it highly to do it. It's not hard to figure out. There's videos online showing how to do it. All the printers come with the software that you need to start putting files together and doing any custom stuff. So it took us about, not us, took him. I don't know anything about it. It took him about probably 2 months to get it figured out. He was printing the entire time and working out all the details. Figured it out, but now it just it sails along. The only thing that messes us up now is like when we get a print, we get a file that's like a single file, one file for an entire building, and we have to tear it apart. This guy was not this way. This was a beautiful file that we just got online. This is the Nova Scotia station, and it came with about 80 different files, and everything printed, and he had it fit beautifully, and he had excellent instructions. So, but that's few and far between people that put stuff together. So, and if we don't like what we see, we just put it together because he's got it to where you can put blank walls together and put windows in however we want them done. So, it just, you can just build whatever you want.
Allie fan asks, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well.
Josh says, I don't know if you watched Getting Back on Track with Steve, but they have a printing machine for their HO layout.
Yeah, I haven't seen him, but it seems like most people these days that have big layouts have got printers.
Willem says hi. How are
Hey,
we?
yeah, we're doing good. Hope you are. Yeah, so we got done doing some running and we're just kind of winding down for the night. How long have we been on?
Almost 2 hours.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, we got to get up in the morning. We do some volunteer work on go unload a truck for a food pantry. So, and we were informed today that it was going to be an extra large amount of weight involved. The last big one we had was 1,500 pounds of food. So I don't know if it's more or less than that, but it's going to be a long morning. So
Let's see. Brock asks if the trains are still running. Haven't seen them for a bit.
no, I got them stacked back here. We're just about done for the night. I've got to try to put my paper towels over the top to keep them dust free. So I just kind of ran them back over there.
Willem says hi. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Ron says, I can't believe the detail you have in all these.
Oh, well, thank you.
Brock says, thanks for streaming, guys. I enjoy this channel.
Oh,
have
good.
a good night.
You too.
And Josh says, you guys have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Yeah, it's going to be a long morning, but we'll be back on, latest we'll be back this Friday, possibly Thursday night. But we got, then we help with the food pantry on Thursdays with helping bring food out of the cars. So, runs for a couple hours. So we'll see how that goes as to whether we're tired or not Thursday night or we just come Friday morning. So, but yeah. So we're good. All right. So how you doing with the windows?
I'm just having to make them from scratch.
Oh yeah.
Those little cross pieces, on the wings, the slats, the grids,
Yeah.
the panes, they don't. Let's see, Brock says good night. Willem says it was great to join in. Ron asks, when will you be back on?
Ron, we should probably be on. Thank you, the other two. You have a good night too.
Yes.
But we should be back on latest. It'll be Friday, but possibly Thursday, depending upon how it goes with all the volunteer stuff we're doing on Wednesday and Thursday. So, and well, we'll always be back, and we'll do some running, but we'll always be back to do. I hope I have more done on this, but we'll see with all that we've got to do with the food pantry. So, all right, everybody. So, thank you for joining us, and again, like and subscribe. Check your subscriptions because, like I said, YouTube's been saying that they've got a bug and they're kicking people off. They're losing their subscriptions. So, make sure you have that and you have your notifications turned on. Let's see, there was some. Oh, if you like one of our videos, go back and look under the video section. And if you like one of our videos, if you really like it, maybe hype it. There's a little option there. You'll see it. It's right around the screen somewhere. It'll say hype. That helps us get it out, get the channel out in front of more people. The more hypes we get, the better it goes. So I would appreciate that as well. All right, so then hopefully by this weekend, we will have our new sponsor with the paint in. And we'll have ourselves set up to start doing videos on that, to start doing the reviews.
Josh says, probably see you on Friday. Ron says, okay, guys, have a great evening.
You too.
Ali Fan says, locomotives in Indonesia are too small and locomotives in America are too big.
Well, there's a happy balance. They're the size they need to be.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So you have a good night, and then we'll see you Thursday or Friday, one of the two. But we'll put a notice up. So like I said, make sure your notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on it. So thanks for being here. I hope you had a good time tonight.